9 out, Kyler Murray in. As today I take over the Minnesota Vikings with a brand new starting quarterback. In one way or another, I've got to find a way to bring the Vikings their first ever Super Bowl with Frodo Baggins at quarterback. And that's going to be tricky with Kyler coming in only as a 77 overall and rapidly approaching 30. So it's not like he's going to be progressing much throughout the years. So somehow, some way, I'm going to have to build this team up enough to be able to win a Super Bowl in spite of the quarterback play. Now with Madden being dumb, not letting you start at the end of the season with an updated roster, one of the only moves I'm going to make before we simulate is trade JJ McCarthy to give him a chance to develop elsewhere. Because obviously not working here in Minnesota, hence why we're stuck with Frodo today. But first we need to break down and analyze his most up-to-date Vikings roster to see what we're working with. I mean, the first big glaring hole on offense outside of Kyler Murray, or should I say small glaring hole, is the center position. Thanks a lot, Ryan. I mean, obviously we could do a lot better at the running back position, and I know they just re-signed Aaron Jones to bring him back for another year, but he's only an 80 rated, so the running game's really not going to help us out much this next season. But in the grand scheme of things, the offense isn't bad. I mean, outside of the center position that we already mentioned, I mean, the offensive line's decent. And as mid as Kyler might be, at least he's got 2 good wide receiver targets to throw to. And also not to mention TJ Hawkinson, who's still a pretty solid tight end. I know he's getting on up there in age, and he's been a little hurt the last few years, but hey, maybe he'll have a big few seasons for us. The offense is coming in at a modest 83 rated. It's really the defense that sucks. I mean, the pass rush is fine with Jonathan Grenard and Andrew Van Ginkel. It would help us out tremendously today if Dallas Turner could finally begin to progress in his career. Also, big glaring hole, free safety. The Vikings finally, after what seems like 500 years, released Harrison Smith. I might honestly just go sign him again because I feel like he should come back. I don't think he's gonna retire. I feel like it would just be weird if Harrison Smith played another season, but it wasn't for the Vikings. But outside of that, inside backers kind of mid. I know they re-signed Eric Wilson. Now, defensive line is gross. Big reason why is they released Jonathan Allen. So really, the Vikings front office not doing me many favors, you know, by releasing Harrison Smith and Jonathan Allen. So a lot of work to be done on this side of the football. But like I mentioned, boys, first things first, let's go ahead and get rid of JJ McCarthy. Poor guy. As a very disgruntled JJ McCarthy dynasty owner, feel bad for the guy. I mean, keep in mind though, guy's still 22 years old, so he still has plenty of time to develop, but it's not going to be in Minnesota, unfortunately. Now, what's kind of upsetting here is click the get offers button. There are none. Poor guy. So who is a team that could realistically use him? The New York Jets. That's actually an interesting landing spot. But it really just all comes down to like what they'd actually be willing to give me. I mean, maybe Breece Hall straight up. I wouldn't mind that at all. Not close. What if we did JJ McCarthy in the Aaron Jones package? Man, got it about halfway. What about JJ McCarthy, Jordan Mason, and Aaron Jones? How about this? Okay, it's in the yellow now. Do I do this? Do I throw in picks for Breece Hall? Now, the problem is we're already kind of strapped for picks. Like, we got 3 7s, but we don't have a 5, don't have a 6. So maybe throw in like a 2028 3. So I feel like we need a running back if we're going to win a Super Bowl in Minnesota. Breece Hall on a franchise tag in New York. Definitely have the money to lock him down to a long-term deal here in Minnesota. So let's submit this trade through, and it's in the green. God, what else do I even have I could trade away? Maybe a 4 from 2027. A little bit closer. 4 from 2028. Guys, it's actually making me mad. Okay, we're already getting a little crazy here. Traded away our backup right guard, Baby Moreau, in a 4th, in a swap for a 3rd round pick in 2027. So surely this is enough for a running back that doesn't even want to be there. I mean, you'll have 2 options to replace him, 2 future 3rd round picks, and a potential franchise quarterback. Now, are we able to land Breece Hall as our first player acquisition in Minnesota? Yes, it has been done. Not a bad start to life, I must say so myself, bringing the offense up to an 84 rated. Now, problem is, there's a lot of depth that we need now. Like, we're only down to 48 players on the roster, and it's not like we're strapped for cash or anything. Now, quick disclaimer before we get into free agency, every single free agent you're about to see is available to sign as of March 17th at 12:38 a.m. By the time this video is posted, some of these guys might get signed. Who knows? Don't care. I can't predict the future. I'm just a dumb hick. Bite me. But as you see, there's some decent options out there. Now, if I'm going to sign anybody right now, I want it to be players for the future. I say that, at least like in the near term, I do want to bring back Harrison Smith for a season. Like, he's probably not going to be able to help us out long term because he's probably going to retire after the next year. But at the end of the day, dude, like, I just want to be the one responsible for him retiring as a Viking. Now, the question, are there any players that actually help us long term still sitting there? Because obviously at this point in free agency, all the best guys are gone. Now, we legitimately only have like 3 receivers on the roster right now, so we probably need to sign a couple. I mean, I guess it wouldn't hurt to sign Juwan Jennings. Again, all these guys, because Madden's a dumb game, all these guys that we sign here, we're only going to be able to sign on 1-year contracts, so I don't know if they'll be around long term. I feel like Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, Juwan Jennings, it's not a bad 1, 2, 3. Still need more though. Laviska Shenault, dude. He's still in the NFL? He's had to been on a practice squad, I feel like, for a long time. time. 73 rated, 26 years old. At least for now, he's the Minnesota Vikings. Still feel like we need one more, though. Speaking of practice squad, how about the Chiefs practice squad god, Justin Ross? Welcome to Minnesota on a one-year deal. Now, something else, defensive tackle, man. Like, DJ Reader's still there. 84 rated, 31 years old, so he is going to go down every year. But I feel like it'd be dumb as the Minnesota Vikings interim GM to not lock him down. It's our biggest position of need on defense. I mean, he could be useful for another 2 or 3 seasons, so let's at least lock him up for this next year. And you know what? As a Titans fan, let's do it. Let's lock in L'Jarius Sneed. Dude, he was so bad. He was so bad as a Tennessee Titan. I know the Chiefs fans don't believe it, but my God, dude, let's see if I can bring out the Kansas City Chief version of L'Jarius Sneed in Minnesota. He's still 80 rated, maybe. Maybe he'll do a job for us. And also, let's go for high upside here. Trayvon Diggs been good at least once in his career. 1 year, 2.3 mils, not gonna hurt us. Oh, we also need a backup quarterback. Let's just go ahead and do it, dude. Let the memes continue. Kirk Cousins, your new backup quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings. And also, we desperately need running back depth. Joe Mixon, I don't think he's gonna be 88 overall in next year's Madden. That's if he's even in Madden. I feel like he's gonna retire. Apparently, his foot doesn't work anymore. But you know who feels like a Minnesota Viking? That's Najee Harris. Him, Breece Hall, I feel like that's kind of nasty. Still need another one. And for the memes, dude, let's just bring him back. Ezekiel Elliott returns to the NFL as the third-string running back for the Minnesota Vikings. Oh, I forgot. Hold on. We still need a center. Who is the best center option? Graham Glasgow. Or we go Lloyd Cushenberry. My Tennessee Titans cut him because he failed a physical. But hey, I'm the one that controls this franchise. It looks healthy to me. Dude, just after making a few moves, we already got the team up to an 85 rated, 87 offense with an 83 defense. And like I said, we're just getting started. I mean, how many of the guys we just signed is going to be around long-term? Who knows? And speaking of that, guys, got to keep in mind, Kyler Murray's also just on a one-year contract. So what we need to do here is actually just simulate to the midway point where hopefully we can lock Kyler down long-term and hope to God he doesn't ask for $1 billion. Okay, to be completely fair, I expected a lot worse than the 3-3 record at the midway point, especially with Kyler at quarterback. Which first things first, before we do anything else, time to renegotiate some contracts. Oh, a lot of money is going to have to be dished out here, especially to Kyler Murray, who is interested in re-signing, but brother, he is asking for $100 million. Keep in mind, we're not even paying him $2 million this year. He's asking for 3 years, $18 million salary per season, and a $14 million signing bonus, which is about a $30 million cap hit per season. Which sucks because, like, starting the next season, he's going to go down every year in overall. But I got to lock him down. We got to win the Super Bowl with him. I mean, that's part of the challenge. Let's see if I can get him for, like, a little bit cheaper. Thank God! Which that leaves us with $42 million in cap room for next season. The first player we have absolutely got to lock down is Breece Hall here. Which I'm kind of shocked he's not asking for that much money. I mean, literally, I give him a 5-year deal, not even like a $9 million a year cap hit. Really hoping he accepts just off the rip here, which doesn't give me a lot of faith, you know, considering he's not real interested. Come on, Breece, surprise me. Let's go! All right, 2 for 2 so far. I mean, I do want to bring back Ivan Pace. He's a good young boy. Juwan Jennings, I'm probably not going to pay him. I know he is probably just going to be a one-year thing. Not going to be paying him $10 million a season. He, just like Kyler, is going to start to go down in overall every season here real soon. Anybody else I want to bring back long-term? Maybe L'Jarius Sneed. I mean, he's up to an 81 rated. He's a good number 3 cornerback for us. I mean, a $12 million cap hit is kind of crazy for a cornerback that's going to start to go down every year pretty much. So maybe I don't re-sign him. I want to have some cash to sign some free agents. When did Bobby get signed? Am I tripping? I didn't sign him. Well, don't know really how he got here, to be honest with you, but I'm not going to lock him down to a long-term deal. He's going to be 30 in the offseason, so he's going to go down in overall. Najee Harris, you're a good backup for a year, but no long-term deal for you either. Trayvon Diggs, what's he asking for? About $5 million per season. I would probably actually rather re-sign him than L'Jarius Sneed. So let's do it. 3-year deal, about $5 million per season. I feel like that's a good piece of work there. I feel like I can get a better center than Lloyd just out of the draft. Now, DJ. I kind of do want to lock him down, but he's going to be like a $17 million cap hit. So, like, I wonder if the move is actually wait until the offseason if I want to bring him back, because he's going to go down in overall by that point, and I can get him for cheaper. Sometimes you got to play chess, not checkers, boys. The rest of these guys, Harrison Smith's going to retire, so I probably shouldn't even worry about bothering. I got to bring CJ Ham back. I feel like that's sacrilegious if we don't. 2-year contract for a fullback. Let's go. So, yeah, at this point, I don't feel bad if we do give Ivan Pace a big contract extension. He's 24 years years old. I mean, he'd be our will linebacker for a while, which I actually think he's playing Sam for us. But either way, he's only asking for $5 million per season. Give him a 5-year contract. Ivan Pace locked down. Let's go. Now, the question is, like, would it be cheesy if we traded away Juwan Jennings at the deadline? First, let's see how the team's doing. If he's having like a great season, maybe we keep him. Maybe win the Super Bowl this first season. Who knows? I mean, to be completely honest with you, dude, like, we're not far off of being undefeated at this point. Lost to the Falcons by just a point. We handled the Bears away from home, demolished the Steelers in Pittsburgh, demolished the Browns in Cleveland. Jesus Christ, dude. We're undefeated away from home? What's our problem in Minnesota, dude? We haven't won a single game. The main question, how is Kyler doing? The offense looking pretty stinky. Defense not looking half bad, which in my opinion is a big accomplishment considering where we started. To be fair, kind of makes sense why Kyler is asking for so much money, because so far he's loving life in Minnesota. 1,400 yards, 13 touchdowns, just 4 picks. Only sacked 4 times this season. That is crazy. Dude, he's on track to not even be sacked 10 times this year. I don't think I've ever seen the sack number that low midway point of the season. But anyway, Breece Hall actually not playing too well. Najee Harris has more touchdowns than him. Kyler not doing too much on the ground, trying to stay healthy, you know. Jordan Addison is the team's leading receiver. 465 yards, 5 touchdowns. Justin Jefferson, he's not putting up Justin Jefferson type numbers. I mean, he might end up requesting a trade with freaking Kyler Murray as the quarterback. Juwan Jennings, not bad. TJ Hawkinson, not bad. Brother, look at Andrew Van Ginkel. 9 sacks, dude. He, honest to God, might end up with 20. But I'm not going to lie, boys. I think I'm actually going to do it. Juwan Jennings, let's see if somebody wants to give me something good in return that we could use long term, which, to be fair, these offers aren't way too inspiring. There we have it, boys. We have ourselves our brand new starting long-term defensive tackle, Trevon Dexter, 81 rated. We trade away Juwan Jennings, Pierre, who we weren't going to re-sign, and 2 7th-round picks, and we get the 23-year-old defensive tackle, which if Javon is going to be our long-term D tackle, we can just go ahead and trade away DJ, so we don't have to give him $20 million a season. Now, what are teams going to offer for him? Hopefully somebody young that can help me long-term, which again, the offers aren't too great. What are the odds I can either get a long-term center or long-term free safety? Okay, one guy kept getting offered was David Edwards from the Saints. They just signed him this previous offseason, but apparently it's not a good fit. He could play center for me, and I wonder if I get something else in return. I mean, even if it's just a draft pick, I'll take it. Okay, I guess I just had to trade for him straight up, which is fine, because he takes over as a long-term starting center. Wow, which, funny enough, this is hilarious, allowed me to go send Lloyd Cushenberry back to my Tennessee Titans for a 3rd-round pick. Enough of that, though. Enough of that. As now, what we are going to do is just go ahead and simulate to the end of the season and see if maybe, just maybe, we can sneak in a playoff spot. 8-9, a little disappointing, especially when you consider we lost to our 2 big division rivals to end the year, which, to be fair, we weren't even close to making the playoffs. We ended up getting the 11th seed, which means we might actually get ourselves a decent draft pick. Which pick do we actually end up with? Pick number 18. Okay, AFC must have been horrible, but not bad, though. Get pick 18, pick 50, 2/3, 4, 2 7s, which we finished the year with the league's number 5 offense. What in the world? Defense wasn't bad either, so why did we suck so bad? Okay, horrible around the trade deadline, dropping 4 out of the last 5, then went on a 4-game winning streak to only lose the last 3 games of the year. So, like, a really, really streaky season. Kyler came in, did throw a lot of interceptions the second half of the season, and got sacked literally 31 times in the last 9 games of the year. That's just weird. But still, for like Kyler standards, this was a good year. 4,200 yards, which might actually be a career high. 36 touchdowns, 16 picks. Yeah, dude, not even close. Like, that's the best year of his career, which he is up to a 79 rated, which might be his peak. But like, if he can put up those numbers every season, maybe we'll get lucky and win the whole goddamn thing. Hopefully, Breece Hall had a good second half, which he did. 1,254 yards. He needs to get in the end zone more often. It's just weird. But yards-wise, good year. Najee Harris stole 4 of the touchdowns away from him. Kyler, 3 touchdowns himself. Now, did Justin Jefferson have a big second half? Yes, he did. 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns. Hopefully, we'll have a better year next year. Jordan Addison almost had 1,000 yards himself. Justin Ross had 18.7 yards per catch and 7 touchdowns, just 2 behind Justin Jefferson's. Like, where'd this come from? TJ Hawkinson, not bad, with 67 grabs. And defensively, again, just a weird second half. Like, Andrew Van Ginkel didn't do much at all. Only 4.5 sacks the last 9 games, but then Jonathan Grenard, I think he had 10. But if we're going to have any chance to win the Super Bowl the next few years, we need these guys to keep producing like this every single season. Josh Allen wins MVP this season. Kyler Murray actually got some MVP votes. Imagine the scenes if we can win Kyler Murray his first ever NFL MVP. Oh, Michael wins Coach of the Year. Saquon Barkley wins Offensive Player of the Year. We didn't have anybody in the top 10. Defensive Player of the Year had Jonathan Grenard coming fourth. No rookies getting votes though. But hey, dude, in my opinion, I think a promising first season. I mean, we finished the season as an 86 rated, 88 offense, 84 defense. I'm telling you, man, give me one real offseason to cook, and we genuinely can make the playoffs next season. I mean, hey, dude, if Josh Allen can end up getting it done, there's at least a little hope for Kyler. And big upgrade here in the offseason is Breece Hall up to superstar. So I feel like this was a nice little move from yours truly. And any changes defensively? I don't think so. Wait, did Harrison Smith really not retire? Hold on, dude. Like, if he's not going to retire, I kind of want to bring him back for another year. Wait a minute, why is he not a captain? Get the frick out of here. But unfortunately, I don't feel like we had any movement defensively. Wait, hold on a second. So Harrison Smith doesn't retire, but Xavier Scott does after 2 years. Kirk Cousins gone, and a long snapper calls it quits. But bring me into contract negotiations, because I really do want to bring back Harrison Smith. God, he's asking for $11 million, dude. That is crazy. Give me a hometown discount or something. Accept it, please. Thank God. Unfortunately, we have to pick up Jordan Addison's 5th-year option, which does mean we have to pay him sometime soon. L'Jarius Sneed can walk, Bobby can walk, Najee can walk, Jalen can walk, which unfortunately looks like we're only going to be left with about $30 million to spend on free agents, which for all we know, it might be a garbage free agency class here. Oh my God, this might be one of the worst classes I've ever seen. Like, I legit don't know if there's more than like a player or two I even want to offer. Now, one player I for sure am interested in is Brian Brzee here. 24 years old, 81 rated defensive tackle. Gonna cost me about 14 mil. I mean, him and Javon Dexter, I think would be a great D tackle room and much upgraded from what we started with. And hopefully we can lock him into like a long-term 5-year contract and they can eat on the inside, allow Andrew Van Ginkel and Jonathan Grenard to maybe get 15 sacks each next season, which thankfully we're his number one offer. Now, I do want to see, is there anybody else I even care about? Maybe Ronnie Hickman to be the long-term Harrison Smith replacement. I mean, he's 24 years old, 79 rated. I mean, he'd be decent. Maybe a little 4-year contract, up the money just a little bit. All right, we're tying with those freaking Colts. So if we can end up landing these two guys, I'll consider it a dub of a free agency. I mean, two 24-year-olds that should have a future role on this defense. Come on, don't let me down, dumb game. And we got them both. Let's go. Up next, the most important part of the offseason. Just curious, what does the latest mock draft have us taking? So I'm probably just going to go best player available. We actually ended up with pick 16. Sal Mateus, wide receiver out of Florida State, 6'5", 222. I mean, I wouldn't mind a good third receiver, which might actually end up being the two if we can't afford Jordan Addison's contract extension. Big question, how will the board fall, boys? Well, I don't believe a single receiver's got taken yet. Yep, Sal's still there, but the question, is he actually the best receiver? Wait, hold on a freaking second. Brett Harper here. I know he's a little tiny, but he ran a freaking 4.24 at his pro day. He's got good catching, good deep route running, good spectacular catch. His route running kind of sucks, which kind of turns me off a little bit, not gonna lie. But man, that 4.24 40 is kind of hard to pass up. I mean, Sal's definitely a lot slower. I kind of just want to do it, man. Like, it's actually a chance of getting ourselves like a 98, maybe even 99 speed receiver. Brett, I feel like I'm gonna do it. That's the fastest 40 I've seen in a long time for a guy that's projected to go in the first round. I wonder if I could actually trade back. I actually don't know if any of these offers are worth it, to be completely honest with you. I might just take the guy so don't lose out on him. I have a sneaky suspicion it's about to be an absolute banger here. Brett Harper, 5'9". I mean, looks like a stud to me. Comes in 8th in true value, not top 5 or anything, but still an A+ pick. Got him a 16. Comes in hidden dev, 99 speed, 97 excel, 90 agility. Exactly why I took this guy. Thank God it panned out, because I kind of just took a leap of faith because his route running kind of sucked, but I had a feeling about Brett here. So that's a great start to life here in our first draft of Minnesota. Hopefully we can keep things rolling here with our second round pick. We could use middle linebacker, and Logan Martin looks pretty good here. Pretty decent combine. I mean, not the greatest in main coverage, but the other ratings we have scouted actually look really promising. I don't feel like this is about to be a bona fide like top 20 value player, but I feel like he's gonna be a potential solid starter for us, and he's coming, actually kind of stinky. See, we don't get them all right. 73 in true value, got him at 48. Hidden dev though, which makes it much better. better. Yeah, he'll do a job for us. Now up, our first to 2 third-round picks. Wait, am I missing something? Eric Russell is the only center projected to be drafted left. There was like 10 centers off the board. But brother, look at this guy's combine. I mean, you can tell from his combine performance, he is the best center in the draft. I mean, like, seriously, what is this? Like, they took all those other centers over him. He's got A's, B's. I mean, like, some of the stuff that we don't have scouted might not be good, but like this guy, I feel like is going to be better than our second round pick. Like, you just always take interior linemen, always take defensive tackles around this point. They always fall. Like, the best, like, centers and defensive tackles, I'm telling you, they could be taken like the 5th or 6th round, but sometimes I don't like to take chances, especially when he's the last center that's draftable left, and he's can come in 16 in true value. A first-round caliber player, as long as he has hidden dev, it is a dub pick. I mean, might as well go ahead and start him at center next season. Screw David. Unfortunately, though, I don't think there's any chance that I can beat that pick. Just want to make sure I find some more quality. Not gonna lie, boys, I feel like this isn't a real deep draft class. There might be, you know, some sleeper defensive tackles left, but I don't really feel like I'm gonna find anybody that's gonna help us too much here in the middle rounds. I mean, I can just go boring again. Offensive line, Scott Arnold, right guard, 41 reps of the bench press at his pro day, which means he's probably pretty good. I don't know if like first or second round. Okay, actually, he might be a first round talent. B awareness, A impact block, A run block power. The worst thing we have scouted is pass block finesse. Like, how do you not take a shot in this guy? He's projected undrafted free agent, by the way, which means he probably would still be there like in the 7th round, but I don't want to take a chance of missing out on him. So, Scott, please don't be a stinker. 39 in true value. Second round talent comes in. Hidden dev, 93 strength. Oh, you should have known, dude. He's an Iowa offensive lineman. So, like, is this here in the 4th round where I go ahead and try to get one of those good defensive tackles? Like, this is about normally where I look for them. I mean, I can already kind of look here. Jefferson is the first one I kind of spot. I mean, you see, like, you can look at their awareness ratings. If you guys are just curious how we, like, I do so well in drafts, they just make it too easy. I'm telling you right now, I'm either going to draft Laquan Waddle, Matthew Tillman, Kelvin Blanton, or Quinton Jefferson. One of these guys, I'm telling you, is going to be a first-round talent. And honestly, my bet here is Laquan Waddle. Mainly because he's 21, yet looks like a 50-year-old. So he's got to have some grown man strength. Comes in, not the strongest, but it's his skills I'm looking at, dude. I mean, he has C finesse move and C power move, but outside of that, dude looks like a freaking monster. So, yep, let's go ahead and take the 6-year-old and a 21-year-old's body. I mean, dude, I am stoked. Dude, they just got to take that face out the game. He's just not a 20-year-old. There's just no way. 19th in true value, though, so it was all worth it. Hidden dev again. It's just too freaking easy. Although I really don't know if I can keep it up here in the 7th round. I mean, his right tackle has A awareness. I guess I can go with my 3rd offensive lineman. He actually, I don't think he's gonna be that good. Yeah, he looks really mid. I don't know if it's even worth it. Screw it. Let's do it. Evan, don't be a stinker. Garbage. Hey, I mean, at least in my defense, it took really to the 7th round to get my first real stinker. Can I follow that up, though, ending this draft, my final pick with a late round sleeper? Honestly, might just take my shot on a kicker or punter. It's either gonna be Larry Webster here out of Florida, or Joey Edwards, or Ross Fenton. Man, I think I'm just gonna take the punter. Oh, you better be the best punter of all time, Larry. Oh, it's so funny, dude. 9th in true value. Hidden dev punter with 99 kick power, and I swear to God on everything, I just took a guess. Oh, I'm actually so excited to go see what those overalls are. I mean, again, that punter is probably the best player we got. So in conclusion, our first draft was an absolute banger. Our Mike linebacker kind of mid. The right tackle we got in the 7th round, garbage, probably gonna get cut. But my God, dude, the rest of this draft was beautiful. This wide receiver, I mean, we don't even need Jordan Addison. Don't need to give him $100 million. We got Brett Harper just sitting here. I mean, in the meantime, he's gonna be an incredible slot receiver. I mean, Logan will get some playing time, middle linebacker, since we didn't re-sign Bobby. I mean, Eric Russell, like I said, could be our long-term starting center. Scott Arnold could be our long-term starting right guard. Laquan Waddle is going to provide great depth at defensive tackle. I mean, he's going to be a great 3. And again, at least we got a long-term punter. Now, before we start our first real season, we definitely need some running back depth, because as much as I love him, CJ Ham just cannot be the backup running back. Ooh, and apparently that middle linebacker is actually going to start for us. So thank God I drafted him. Wait, hold on a second. That Ross Fenton fella, the other guy I was trying to decide between, he's an 80 rated kicker. I would have actually been better off taking him. I thought I was happy taking the freaking punter. He's a superstar. My God, dude, of course we're gonna lock him up. Hey, dude, I kind of like the depth that's there. Nick Chubb, I mean, he could be a good goal line back for us. And then Kendre Miller. I don't know why the Saints cut him. 76 rated, good speed back. This might actually be the only only instance in existence where you keep 2 kickers. I mean, I gotta keep this guy. With the running back room locked in now, boys, I think we're ready to roll. We start season 2 as an 85 overall, 88 offense, 83 defense. I mean, I don't think we're gonna really compete for a Super Bowl or anything this season, but I think we should at least compete for a playoff spot. I really hope the difference is his defensive line, man, completely revamped from a year ago. Really hoping Jonathan Grenard, Andrew Van Ginkel, Dallas Turner can combine for maybe like 30 sacks combined between the 3. And if this rookie middle linebacker can cook this year, I'm telling you, I think we should at least win 10 games. And like at the end of the day, though, it really all comes down to Kyler Murray. If he can play at a good level for his standards, I'm telling you, 10 wins is definitely possible. But yet again, what we're going to do this season is simulate to the midway point and see if there's anything that we need to do at the trade deadline. If we're having a good year, maybe trade for a few more players. If we're having a bad year, maybe go ahead and sell again. Hold on a second, boys. 5-3 is not bad. Not bad at all. Which, by the grace of God himself, in a tiebreaker, has us in first place in the NFC North, which in my opinion is the toughest division by far in the NFC. But again, it's currently just by a tiebreaker, so like we're a half a game out from just being the 6th seed, so we got to keep our foot on the gas here second half of the season and hopefully make the playoffs for the first time. And dude, we're 5-3 after dropping the first 2 games of the season. So considering we've won 5 out of our last 6, if we can keep up the hot streak, there's a decent chance we could earn the 1 seed. Which, to be completely fair, it does look like we have a really tough schedule second half of the season, but who knows? Offense currently coming in at 12th in the National Football League at the midway point. Defensively, ooh. Again, Frodo Baggins with an incredible first half of the season, 16 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions. How about Breece Hall at the halfway point? First year of his contract extension. Oh God, I rebuke it. Swiftly moving on, as I don't want to be cursed. Justin Jefferson with a big first half, 631 yards, 4 touchdowns. Okay, Ty Felton is our second leading receiver, 23 grabs, 333 yards, 5 touchdowns. That's strange. Jordan Addison, good year. But why is the rookie not getting playing time? What in the world? I mean, a little disappointing, not gonna lie, but we move, I suppose. Okay, defensively this year, Ronnie Hickman leading us in total tackles. You're supposed to be the backup free safety, but look at this. Music to my ears, Dallas Turner, 7.5 sacks. A little disappointed. Jonathan Grenard, Andrew Van Ginkel struggling a little bit. So unfortunately, they probably both won't get the double-digit sack total that I was anticipating. But hey, at least we're getting a Dallas Turner breakout finally. I mean, maybe he can get to 15, 16, 17 sacks. Now, unfortunately, fellas, I have some big time explaining to do here. So I went to the contract negotiations, and I noticed a minute ago, we only had $3 million of cap space to spend in 2027. So players like Javon Dexter, I'm not going to be able to afford them. I might be rightfully asking, RBT, what you talking about? You got $9 million to spend for 2027, not just 3. Well, that's because I've been doing some willing and dealing, and unfortunately, you don't get to see any of that happen live because for some reason, my Elgato was super infatuated at Dallas Turner's progression. My Elgato literally froze, and I lost about 25 minutes of footage. But I guess all I can do at this point is just go ahead and show you the franchise-altering moves we just made. It was really fun negotiations, too. I'm really upset it froze. But first player we acquired, my friends, Deion Henley from the Los Angeles Chargers to be our brand new starting will linebacker. And who did we trade away in the deal? Andrew Van Ginkel. Since Dallas Turner's finally seeing his emergence, Van Ginkel was on an expiring contract. We definitely weren't going to re-sign him. He was going to go down in overall this offseason because he's going to be 32 years old. So might as well get some good value in return while possible. But that's not the only player or thing we traded away. Blake Cashman, who also was on an expiring contract. So Henley's going to be his long-term replacement, and he's a huge upgrade because Henley comes in as an 85 rated. But that's not the last trade that we made. That's not the last trade that we made with the Chargers. Because in a separate trade, we bring in Talib Still, also an 85 rated cornerback. I was initially going to trade Van Ginkel and Cashman for him, but I was like, hey, we could put together another deal. I did have to trade away quite a bit, though. Will Fries. And you might be asking, why'd you trade away Will Fries? He's your starting right guard. So we had that young buck rookie who could step in as the starter, and Will Fries was costing us like $18 million per season towards our cap space. So we shipped him on top of Isaiah Rodgers and a future second-round pick. Rodgers, another player that we aren't going to be able to afford to re-sign in the offseason. So I feel like, all in all, this was an incredible set of moves that we made. We bring in a long-term starter at the will linebacker position, a long-term starter at cornerback, while getting rid of a ton of players on expiring contracts on top of Will Fries, who is costing us way too much money for a 79 rated right guard, which officially set for the second half of the season brings the team up to an 86 overall, 88 offense, 85 defense. But there's a decent chance Arnold here actually ends the season higher rated than Will Fries, so I feel like that's a really good move to make, you know. Hoping Harper can pick things up second half of the season, up to an 81 rated, maybe get some more playing time. And defensively, I'm liking the way things are looking too, man. That young Mike linebacker up to 76 rated. Henley stepping in as a starter at will linebacker. Byron Murphy and Talib Still should provide lockdown coverage in that secondary. I mean, Harrison Smith, this is probably going to be his last last ride. So who knows, man? Maybe in our second season, we can let him ride off in the sunset with the Super Bowl ring. So let's go ahead and lock in here for the second half of the season and hopefully, bare minimum, make the playoffs and maybe even push for the 1 seed. I mean, I'm happy that we made the playoffs, but I'm not gonna lie, it's a little disappointing. Gotta see what ended up happening second half of the year for us to make the playoffs by the skins of our shafts. I mean, we literally won on a tiebreaker versus the Packers. Like, what sort of anabolic steroids do they inject the Giants with over there? We must have went on a pretty gnarly losing streak second half of the year. I mean, we won week 9, week 10, legit lost 3 in a row, took down the Saints, took down the Packers. We annihilated the Packers, and then lost 2 more back-to-back, including a stinky loss to the Jets at home. But it's never good, going into the playoffs, losing, what's that, 5 out of your last 7? I told you guys we had a tough schedule, but like, God, I didn't expect us to do this bad. I mean, it could have been worse. We could have missed the playoffs. Okay, we stayed consistent offensively, finishing with the 12th offense in the NFL. Defense was garbage still. I mean, that's not too shabby from Kyler, though. Didn't throw double-digit interceptions at least second half of the season. 4,000 yards, 39 tutties, only 8 picks. I do think 40 sacks is the most times he's ever been sacked in his career, though, which is crazy considering he played for the Cardinals for like 6 years. Outside of his rookie season, that's still crazy, though. But overall, though, like, I know he threw for more yards last year, but I think that's the best season of his career so far. So, looks like Minnesota's getting the best football Kyler Murray's ever played. Now, Breece, in his second year as a Viking, finished with 1,244 yards, 4.7 yards per carry, and 7 touchdowns. Justin Jefferson back to his prime, man. 99 grabs, 1,259 yards, 9 touchdowns. Addison almost had 1,000 yards for the second straight year. And at least that rookie receiver had a good second half. 531 yards, 8 touchdowns, just 1 touchdown behind Justin Jefferson. I legit don't think Ty Felton had a single catch after the midway point, which is just strange. Now, defensively, look at this, brother. Dallas Turner, I just wanna 20 and a half sacks. Thank God we traded away Andrew Van Ginkel. What do we need him for? Dallas Turner finally showing up in the National Football League. Jonathan Grenard, mid, 7.5 sacks. I mean, if we can get these guys both playing to their potential at the same time, that's when we can turn into a legitimate Super Bowl contender. Dexter, hopefully we can re-sign him. I don't know if we'll be able to, but 6 sacks on the year. Brian Brzee, 4 sacks. Henley, 3.5. Which he had 126 tackles. That's nice. Did Kyler win MVP? No. But hey, he came in 10th again for the second straight year. I'm still not getting any Coach of the Year votes. Now, NFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Parker Washington, just like we all expected. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Dallas Turner. So, yep, took him a couple seasons to get going, but my God, when he gets going good. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Andy Coleman. Brett Harper came in second, even though he had a horrible first half of the year. So, if you actually would have got some playing time, he probably would have beat this scrub out. And unfortunately, it doesn't look like our middle linebacker did too well his rookie season. Didn't even get a single Defensive Rookie of the Year vote. I gotta see, did he like not play? I mean, he did a little bit, only 33 tackles. Like, do we not use a middle linebacker in our defense? That's just weird. So yeah, admittedly, a little bit disappointing, to only earn the 7 seed after the start we had of the season. But I mean, plenty of times in franchise mode, I've seen the 7 seed win the Super Bowl, so who knows? I mean, definitely don't give us the easiest start to the playoffs, having to travel to the 13-4 49ers. Let's see, headed into the playoffs, man, our team is up to an 88 rated with a 91 offense and 85 defense. Kyler up to an 80 rated, Breece Hall up to a 91, Justin Jefferson up to a 97, Harper up to an 85. And see what I tell you guys, Arnold, right guard, is the same exact rating as what Will Fries was when I traded him away. I mean, honestly, I might need to get rid of Edwards here, because this center up to a 79 overall. So if we trade away Edwards, save that money, maybe at that point we could actually re-sign some of our free agents. And defensively here, that middle linebacker is an X factor, by the way. I'm just as confused as what you are, but I mean, I'm not complaining, but I just don't get why he's an X factor and didn't do much for us. Ronnie Hickman's up to an 84. What in the world? So I like that a lot. Means once Harrison Smith inevitably retires, we're going to have somebody pretty decent to take over waiting in the wings. Dallas Turner, I'm surprised he's only up to an 84 overall after that insane season. Metellus up to an 84. Treeb still up to an 86. Byron Murphy up to an 86. I mean, like, if we do lose out on Dexter, we do have Waddle sitting in the wings, and he's obviously on a rookie contract, so I wouldn't be too mad at that. But after all that trouble, can we just not get first rounded? Can we pull off an upset 7 seed over the 2 seed? Take down the 13-4 Niners. We don't. It was close, though. Oh, we took them into overtime, man. So, like, again, good performance. A little disappointed we didn't win the playoffs. But, again, you give me just one more decent offseason, and we really could get to cooking and compete for a Super Bowl next year. I mean, if Kyler Murray can perform a little bit better, gotta be better, Kyler. Oh, he didn't do too well in the running game either. Breece Hall, just 3.9 yards per carry. Look at our rookie balling out. 5 grabs for 60 yards and a touchdown in his first ever playoff game. I mean, had double the yardage of Justin Jefferson. And we got to the quarterback a little bit. bit, but obviously not enough. So I suppose with that, time to get into the offseason and see if there's any way, any chance that we can re-sign any of our impending free agents. Okay, I will say that now says we have $26 million in salary cap. I don't know if that's like penalties coming off the books or anything, but that looks a lot better than the $9 million that we had previously. Which if Bo Nix can win a Super Bowl, surely Kyler Murray can. Okay, what in the world, dude? So I was totally expecting Harrison Smith to retire, but no, even worse. CJ Ham's gone. But like, is Harrison Smith really still playing, dude? I mean, like, just call it quits, dude. You're going on age 38. He's 80 rated, so if he comes back, he'll just have to be a backup. But like, if anything, I would be extremely happy if we could keep him around until we win a Super Bowl. I feel like he deserves it. But hold on a second, dude. Somehow, some way, Kyler Murray up to a superstar at this point in his career. He hangs on to that 80 rating, but as you guys see, he is now 30 years old. He's an old man, meaning his overall is going to go down every season now. The superstar should help out a little bit, kind of curbing that regression, but as you see, he actually didn't go down this offseason because he had a good year, but pretty much every season from now on, he's going to go down at least a little bit, even if he has a good year. Now, defensively, surely Dallas Turner up to superstar, well-deserved after his 20-sack season. But again, boys, I really feel like we can build on this team in the offseason if hopefully we can re-sign Dexter. And with this start in the offseason as an 88 rated, I genuinely feel like we should be Super Bowl contenders next season. Now, let's see if the salary cap changes at all. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. They stayed the same. We have 26 mil to spend. Okay, so a lot going on here. First of all, we do have to accept Dallas Turner's 5th-year option. When we get to that point, he's going to be making $28 million a season. And of course, he turns it up, you know, when it comes to needing a contract extension. So the next year, he's going to be making freaking 28 mil, then probably get a $1 billion extension. Now, Dexter here's a big one, man. I mean, he's at 85 rated, only 25 years old. So now just getting into his prime. I mean, he definitely is asking for a pretty penny, dude. So let's give him like a 4-year extension, maybe, which hopefully accepts, which he does, which unfortunately only leaves us with $9 million to spend. Now, how much would we actually have if we traded away David Edwards? Not much, actually. He's only making $3 million a season. I mean, I guess anything counts, which the offers we're getting in return aren't too fantastic. I mean, what is it that the team really needs, dude? I mean, I don't feel like any position in particular. I guess I just try to find who's ever willing to give me the best offer. Okay, the Packers' #1 need a center. I mean, maybe Josiah Stewart, because if we can't re-sign Dallas Turner, maybe he could be a good replacement, if possible. Okay. Maybe we just get like a decent draft pick. They don't have a first for some reason. Maybe give me a second, which they don't, not even close. What if we traded up for one? Throw in a 3rd-round pick, move up about 40 spots, still declined. It's like, surely we have the players to see this deal through, right? Levi Drake Rodriguez thrown in there. And with that, we officially now own 2 second-round picks, which let's see if there's any free agents that we can even possibly sign. It's probably going to be better free agency than last year. Yeah, Zay Flowers, you have Leonard Williams, Will Reichert, who's now a free agent because we signed that superstar kicker rookie. But again, there's really nobody that I'm that interested in. Like Andrew Van Ginkel's there. It'd be funny if I re-signed him. With only $12 million to spend, there's really nobody that I care about too much. Wait a minute, why is Harrison Smith the free agent? I swear I thought I had him signed. Okay, so I think I found who we're gonna give the money to. Oh my God, am I really signing Harrison Smith back? I feel like I got to. I will feel so bad if we end up winning the Super Bowl and he's on the team. Like, imagine the first year in his career. He's been 38 years old. The first year ever he's not a Viking to win the Super Bowl. Like, it's just not fair to him. So I really feel like all our money is gonna go to re-signing Harrison Smith, unfortunately. Which surely he re-signs, right? Okay, so at least this game is halfway realistic. But again, unfortunately, boys, I feel like that's all the business we'll be able to afford to do. So I suppose with that, boys, on to the NFL draft, where hopefully we can have at least a somewhat repeat of a year ago. Which again, I'm probably just gonna go best player available, which the latest mock draft has us going left tackle. Just please leave a banger for me here at pick number 20. I know the mock told me to take one of the left tackles, but I don't think they're actually that good. I might actually take this edge. Brock Flaherty, again, if Dallas Turner leaves in free agency, if I can't afford to re-sign him, maybe be a decent replacement. Probably not as good, obviously. I mean, he has good awareness, decent finesse moves. He's like the only half-decent edge left in the draft, though. Like, edge, if you're unfamiliar with Madden draft, they always go super fast. If there's a good edge, he's going to go in the first round 9 times out of 10. He's the only guy with a pulse left. I'm going to take him. I don't feel like he's going to be like a top 10, top 15 player or anything, but I think he'll be good enough. 30th in true value, got him at 20. He's come in normal development, though. It's an L. Oh, I feel like this is my worst pick yet by far. Oh, I'm upset. Makes it even worse that he looks like a toe. So hopefully I can make up for that with my 2 second-round picks, because if not, this is going to be a stinky, stinky draft. Oh, I like this strong safety. Max Barden out of Oklahoma State. A bunch of Bs? I mean, relatively speaking, a really good combine for all the strong safeties out there. I mean, there's not a single stat that I don't like. And we will eventually need help at strong safety because our current guy, he's getting old. So maybe Max Barden can be the future at strong safety for us, which he's going to come in as 14 in true value. Okay, I didn't think it was that good. Comes in normal development again. Oh my God, what's going on with this draft? Oh, it always sucks. I was so excited. I mean, still, I feel like in the second round, it's good to get a player that's 14th in true value, but my God, that really ruins things that he doesn't have hidden depth. Oh, this is like the complete opposite of last draft. Again, I still have a second round pick with that trade up, but like, I don't know. This is kind of a dry draft so far. Hold on a freaking second. I don't pick again, I think, until round 5, and I'm really scared this guy's gonna get taken. Like, I already know I got 55 defensive tackles already on the roster, but I think Blake Anderson is about to be a stud of all studs. 40 reps of the bench press. Like, look at his skills. Like, where's not to like him? B awareness, B block shed, A tackle, good power move, good finesse move. I feel like this is about to be one of those banger day 3 projected defensive tackles. This is probably gonna be my best pick of the draft by far. There you have it. Okay, I didn't really think top 10 or anything, but 7th in true value is pretty nice here. I think I should be good at defensive tackle for the rest of this rebuild. Now, please tell me I got my first hidden dev player. Thank the Lord. 94 strength. Yet again, another banger, my friends. Now, I'm glad I did that because there's just no shot he'd still be around in the 5th round, which is my next pick. But maybe I can find some good offensive linemen here because that's really probably the only good players that are left. Wait a minute. Off the rip, already see 2 incredible guards. I see this guy D. Tarpley with a ton of A's already. Is he strong? Oh, not the strongest. He has A awareness, A impact block, A pass block, A pass block power. Good run block too, but his run block powers kind of sucks. Let's see. If the other guy had more reps of the bench press, I'll probably take Ethan. Okay, he did have the most bench press reps of all the guards at the combine, and again, he looks about the same as the other fella. A impact block. His injury sucks, so might be a little injury prone. His run block power actually isn't an F like the other guy. He has A pass block finesse. So let's go with the stronger of the two. Ethan Wise is going to come in as 20th in true value. Got him at 148. It is too freaking easy drafting guards and drafting defensive tackles. I feel like the Mickey Mouse runs over though. Let's see if the other guy is still available here in the 6th round. If so, I might as well go and take him. Is he still there? He is. D. Tarpley out of Texas. I mean, like, if anything, I could convert him around, have good depth at least at those positions. I mean, he by far has got to be the best player left in the draft. He's going to come in 44 in true value, not as good as the other guy. As long as he has hidden dev, that is another W of a pick. Now, after starting off this draft extremely dry, we've hit on a few good picks in a row. Now, what are the odds I can find a banger here with the 20th pick in the 7th round? I feel like this is like fullback, kicker, or punter territory. Honestly, not liking what I'm seeing anywhere, so I might genuinely just draft the fastest player left. Got Tavarius Bowen, Bryce Ferguson out of Army. Do we take a receiver out of Army? I mean, he's one of the strongest at the combine too. Had one of the best broad jumps. I mean, nothing here looks great, but let's do it. Like, who else are we gonna take at this point? Are we really about to get a gym receiver out of Army in the 7th round? No. He's not good. So I feel like that definitely wasn't as good of a draft as what we're accustomed to here on the channel, but sometimes you're gonna have stinkers. I mean, to be fair though, I mean, like, that's not bad. I know we didn't get like the good hidden dev players in the first 2 rounds, but like Blake Anderson was great. 2 guards we got were great. Yeah, that's why receiver sucks. But again, I feel like this is a good, probably 9 out of 10 draft. I mean, brother, we start this next season as an 89 overall team, 91 offense, 88 defense. I mean, surely we've got to be the highest rated team in the entire league. Whether or not we actually compete for the Super Bowl this year, or again, it's just going to come down to how Kyler plays. Which I do suppose, again, we need to sign some running back depth. I think Breece Hall would probably die if he got every carry of the season. Okay, we got Brandon Aubrey here. I feel like I should sign him. I mean, it's freaking Brandon Aubrey, dude. I know we got that young guy, but it's Brandon Aubrey, like, bite me. Oh, this is so funny. DJ's just sitting here. Should I sign him too? I don't think I actually can afford him, so I suppose I can't. Wait, how am I gonna sign backup running backs though? That's kind of unfortunate. So I get, can I sign Rachaad White? Okay, I do. Oh, I do have 7 mil. Okay, I'll be able to get the running back room down pat. I guess we just goes the highest rated, huh? Bring Najee Harris back. Not bad, not bad. And I suppose this last spot is gonna be between Kamani Vidal, Kenneth Gainwell. Let's go with the younger of the 2 options. Why not? I mean, that's got to be the best, beefiest, deep running back room in the league. I mean, as long as these youngsters on the inside can progress, I'm telling you, this is a Super Bowl team. I mean, we very well could end this season with 3 receivers over 90 rated because Harper's at 85. He's going to get better. Jordan Addison, surely, he's still young, so he can get up to a 90 this year. And defensively, I'm loving the way we're looking too, man. This defensive tackle room is got to be the best in the league. Incredible cornerback room, great linebackers all around, good edge rushers, good safeties. Harrison Smith's going to be a depth piece this season, but still superstar, so should do a job for us. So let's yet again simulate the trade deadline, and let's hope we actually are competing for a 1 seed at that point, because if not, dude, we might be screwed. Okay, 6-2, that would definitely do, especially considering we are coming off a 41-7 win over the Los Angeles Rams, who typically tend to be one of the best teams in Madden simulation, so that means we have ourselves a pretty solid squad. Now, does that have us currently in line for a 1 seed? Oh, not quite. About a game and a half behind both the 49ers and Eagles. And brother, we are legitimately 2 points away from being undefeated at this point. So if a few things go our way, we very easily could finish this season with a 1 seed. We might honestly not lose another game. Although it is a pretty tough schedule, to be honest with you. You gotta play the Lions twice. They're traveling to the Falcons, Bears, and Chiefs. I play the Cowboys and 49ers, who are very, very overpowered in simulation as well. But again, like, we should be more than likely undefeated at this point. So I have all the faith in the world that we're gonna finish off this season with a dub and hopefully earn our first 1 seed of the day. Currently got a top 10 offense. That's always a dub. Defensively at this point, we have middle of the pack defense, which is definitely better than the last few years. Again, Kyler with an incredible first half performance. 2,000 yards, 19 tutties, only 4 picks. I do find it very odd how we're like not running for a lot of touchdowns, but still a decent performance for Breece at the halfway point through the air. Justin Jefferson leading us. Jordan Addison right behind him. And look at Brett Harper, the second-year receiver, leading the team in catches and tied with Justin Jefferson for touchdowns. And at the break, okay, Jonathan Grenard, better season this time around, but a little bit of a step back from Dallas Turner for some reason. And oh god, dude, 20 players ready to renegotiate contracts. Oh lord, Jordan Addison, Tareeb Still, Jonathan Grenard, Byron Murphy, TJ Hawkinson. Okay, not gonna lie to you, I was a little worried there's gonna be more than that, but we might actually be able to re-sign all those guys. So who we start with first? I'm assuming Jordan Addison. Let's just start by giving him what he wants. 4 years, about $20 million per season. He accepts on the spot. All right, Tareeb Still, he's gonna be asking for about $16 million, or actually about $18 million a season at the cornerback position, but I guess he is at 87 rated, still in the prime of his career. Oh, that's a lot of money for a cornerback, but 5 years, let's lock him down. And he accepts again. At least these guys apparently like being in Minnesota, because I don't think we've had anybody decline a contract extension yet. And now, I feel like it will be strategic in a high IQ play if we wait on these two to re-sign them in the offseason if we get to that point, because Jonathan Grenard's 30, Byron Murphy's 29, so they both should be going down in overall this offseason, which means we should be able to get them for cheaper. So I feel like that definitely probably could save us a combined like maybe 10, 15 mil a season. Now, same thing with TJ Hawkinson too. I don't know if I'll be able to afford to bring him back as well, but if we do, he should be down in overall like the 82, 81, so I can get him for cheaper than what he's asking for. So I think for now, got the guys locked down that I want to long term. If I can't get Grenard back, it's fine. We get that young guy we drafted to hopefully replace him. Byron Murphy, though, we kind of more important we get him. But hey, dudes, maybe we won't even get to that point, because maybe this will be the year we bring the Minnesota Vikings their first ever Super Bowl. And it'll be, you know, really nice on that journey if we could earn the 1 seed. Make it easier, at least. That is right, I did it! Are you kidding me? Who do you think you are? I am! Which, to be fair, it did take a collapse from the Eagles and a tie-break win over the Bucks. But hey, brother, a 1 seed's a 1 seed. I mean, honestly, we didn't play that well either second half of the season, pretty much splitting the entire second half before winning 2 straight, including a dub away from home against Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs. Okay, we take a top 10 finish from the offense, and defensively, we finished a little bit above middle of the pack, which is better than the last few years at least. Arguably, a little bit better than last year from Kyler, 4,200 yards, 37 tutties, 10 picks. I mean, I think that by far is the best season we've seen so far from Breece Hall in a Vikings uniform. About 1,400 yards, 12 tutties, 5 yards per carry. Only fumbled a singular time. I mean, it might be a little sacrilegious to say, dude, but does kind of look like prime AP over here. Okay, interesting stat line from the receiver room. Justin Jefferson again led us in receptions and yards, but Brett Harper, the 5'9", 99 speed wide receiver, leads the team with 12 touchdown grabs. And poor Jordan Addison can't hit 1,000 yards a year to save his freaking life. He comes within like 50 every season, but still, solid performance and a good year from TJ Hawkinson, although he's getting older. How about that pass rush though, brother? Looks like we had Jonathan Grenard, of course, in a contract year, putting up 14.5 sacks. Dallas Turner, that's strange. I accept his 5th-year option for $28 million and immediately goes from 20 to 9 sacks a year. Dexter chipped in with 7.5, so did Brian Breece. Let me guess, Kyler yet again came 10th in the MVP voting. Oh wow, big jump this year, all the way to 9. And again, dude, I continue to get robbed. How did I come 6th in the Coach of the Year voting when I literally earned the 1 seed this year? No Offensive Player of the Years, no Defensive Player of the Years, and no Offensive or Defensive Rookie of the Year, although that strong safety at least got top 10 votes. But who needs awards when you can have a Super Bowl? Now, before we see who we played in the divisional round, I do want to see how the team is looking. We go into the playoffs as a 90 overall, 93 offense, 88 defense. Like, surely we got to be the favorites, right? Both those youngsters in the interior, the O-line, up to 82 rated, which is great. Breece Hall up to 92. Those two young receivers, Harper and Addison, they're up to like 88, 89 rated. Kyler Murray looks like he's up to 81. If you guys are unfamiliar, like you see that little 5 down there on Kyler Murray, it means he has a temporary boost of his overall, so he's legit like an 81. You gotta do some subtraction there, gotta be a mathematician. And defensively looking pretty good too, boys. Still can't believe that middle linebacker was an X factor and he hardly gets any playing time. But as mentioned, I know I'm biased, but I do believe with the Super Bowl favorites. Hopefully though, we get a stinker matchup. When we get the Rams, who, to be fair, are 9-8. Oh, and keep in mind, boys, keep in mind, we get the team in the divisional round that we already beat 41-7 this season. And we get them at home again. We held them to 131 yards of offense. Not gonna lie to you boys, I'm gonna be sad, I'm gonna be disappointed if we lose our first playoff game this year after earning the 1 seed to a team that we already beat by like, what, 34 points to advance into the conference championship game. We win 31-28, a little bit closer than our first matchup. And this time around, boys, we have a chance to get revenge on the team that knocked us out a year ago. Oh, I can't believe it. Just 1 game shy of our first Super Bowl. Oh, and also, we already played the 49ers this year. Squeaked past them, but a win is a win. We get them at home again. Did have to take them into overtime. Hopefully, it's not that stressful this time around. Wait, how did Kyler do in his first ever playoff win? We outgained them by 30 yards. Their offense definitely performed better than the first time we played them, but we did just enough to win. Great game from Kyler Murray. 3 touchdowns. 0 picks in his first ever playoff win. Breece Hall, incredible performance. Justin Jefferson and the youngster balling out, both with over 100 yards, or 100 yards exactly or more. Come on, boys, lock it in here so we can make it to our first Super Bowl of the day. How crazy will it be if we take Kyler Murray and the Vikings to a Super Bowl in, what, 4 years? The Linsanity run continues. Oh, the problem is, though, the Ravens are so hard to beat in simulation. And this time, we beat the 49ers by 10, so it actually wasn't that close. Had a big fourth quarter, barely outgained them, but a win is a win, brother. Kyler Murray is going off this playoff run. That is 7 touchdowns to 0 interceptions in 2 games. A little step back from Breece, but obviously did enough. Oh, CMC fumbled twice, which honestly probably was the difference in this one. I had a feeling, boys. I had a feeling when I drafted a guy that ran a 4.24 40 that he was going to be one of the best decisions in franchise history. 8 grabs, 3 touchdowns to take his team into the Super Bowl. Yeah, I know we got past the Rams, we got past the 49ers, but it's going to be even harder, dude, to get past the Ravens. Who do they even have? I'm assuming they still got Lamar, who's still a 98 rated. Kyle Hamilton's up there. Matabuike's a beast. Roquan Smith's a beast. Oh, I forgot Trey Hendrickson still balling out over here. But they really haven't signed anybody else new. They got the entire former Tennessee Titans running back room. Derrick Henry's still there balling out as a 33-year-old with X factor. Tajee Spears is the backup. They got a new young center, obviously, to replace Tyler Lindenbaum. Tawai Vincent looks pretty good. Good rookie cornerback, dude, up to an 85 rated as a rookie. So, like, not too many new additions, man, but this Ravens team is obviously as good as ever, or they wouldn't be in the Super Bowl. But it is time, my friends, to officially make history and bring the Minnesota Vikings their first ever Super Bowl with the most unlikeliest of quarterbacks. Now, I'm gonna be completely honest with you, boys. It has been a hot minute in these rebuilds that we made it to the Super Bowl to lose. So I kind of feel like we are due, but hopefully not today. Hopefully Kyler Murray brings the Vikings to the Super Bowl here and we win on the very first try. So let it rip, boys. All right, it's raining, boys, so I expect an ugly, ugly game. We home to a field goal first drive. I mean, honestly, oh God, I was about to say first one to a touchdown wins. We can't score. Come on, Kyler, we score finally. Fourth quarter comeback, please. In the rain, 14-10. Come on! Oh My God, dude, we get away with it again. An ugly, ugly game, but who cares what the score is, because it goes down regardless as the first Super Bowl in Minnesota Vikings franchise history. I genuinely think, though, I'm the only head coach in existence that could work this magic with Kyler Murray at quarterback. Now, if you're enjoying the rebuilds for whatever reason, you can click right here to watch me rebuild the Miami Dolphins with new quarterback Malik Willis.